Good evening, folks. Welcome to Chill 23 News, where the news is as frigid as a Trump handshake, but our collective rage is hotter than Fox News anchor turned military leader Pete Hegseth's nuts in a tanning booth. Tonight, we're standing at a fucking perilous crossroads, not the kind where you take a wrong turn and end up at your ex's house drunk at 2 a.m., wondering where it all went wrong. No, this is the kind where you start asking yourself if America is still a democracy or just a billion-dollar dystopian shitshow starring, you guessed it, Donald J. Trump, and produced by Adolf Muskler. Yes, the man who turned "you're fired" into a national policy is back. This isn't oops, the system glitched. This is democracy burning to the ground while the guy who couldn't even run a casino is holding the goddamn flamethrower. If you're sick of being lied to, manipulated, and gaslit by a political circus that never ends, gently press the subscribe button immediately. Not tomorrow, not after your next scroll, right? Fucking now. Because trust me, you'll need a front row seat for what's coming next. Let's kick things off with the DOJ, or as it's now known, Trump's Hurt Feelings Police, turning justice into a glory hole for the rich and corrupt. Tagline: where loyalty buys you freedom and consequences are for the poor. 3 senior officials, including Manhattan U.S. Attorney Danielle Sassoon, have thrown in the towel after being strong-armed into dropping corruption charges against New York City Mayor Eric Adams. Why? Because in Trump's America, justice is as negotiable as a used car price at one of his defunct casinos. This isn't about upholding the law. It's about protecting Trump's cronies while tossing everyone else under the proverbial bus. Progressives see this as a 5-alarm fire for democracy. Conservatives, imagine this scenario. What if George Soros or Gavin Newsom got the same sweetheart deal? You'd be storming Bass Pro Shops with pitchforks and tiki torches faster than you can say double standard. And while we're busy turning our justice system into a bad episode of The Apprentice Department of Injustice, guess who's tuning in with chow mein and vodka? China and Russia. That's right. Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin are watching this train wreck like it's the Super Bowl halftime show. Shout out to Kendrick. You crushed it. Every time Trump sidesteps the law, Putin's grin gets wider than the gap in Trump's understanding of the Constitution. Now, let's talk tariffs. Trump's brilliant idea to protect American industry by slapping tariffs on everything is like trying to cure a headache by decapitation. History shows this strategy works about as well as a screen door on a submarine. But hey, let's not give Trump any new ideas. He's not taking on global trade. He's mugging you at the checkout line. Food, clothes, electronics, boom, prices skyrocketing like Elon's taxpayer-funded contracts after he became the head of the Department of Ongoing Grift and Embezzlement. Doge. MAGA Nation, listen up. You're getting squeezed harder than Jared Kushner at a truth-telling contest. Wages are flatter than a pancake in Kansas, but the cost of living? It's climbing faster than Trump's blood pressure at a New York Times editorial meeting. And who's footing the bill for this economic faceplant? Not the billionaires Trump claims to be defending. It's you, the everyday American, left holding the bag. Meanwhile, our allies, Canada, Japan, the EU, are collectively giving us the international equivalent of Elon Musk's family greeting. When Canada is pissed at you, you've truly hit rock bottom. Retaliatory tariffs are on the horizon, and it's going to hurt. Picture asking your friendly neighbor for a cup of sugar and having to fill out a credit report. Meanwhile, China and Russia are circling like vultures, ready to feast on the carcass of our abandoned trade deals. But wait, there's more. Trump's war on the free press is in full swing. Labeling journalists as enemies of the people is straight out of the 1940s German playbook. Recently, major networks like ABC and CBS settled defamation suits brought by Trump's legal goons. Translation: criticize Trump too loudly and you'll be sued into oblivion. Progressives are rightfully alarmed, but MAGA folks don't think you're safe. Once they've silenced CNN and MSNBC, independent conservative voices are next on the chopping block. Welcome to state-controlled media, where every broadcast is a Trump infomercial, and dissent is as extinct as Elon's real hairline. And for the grand finale, let's delve into Trump's Middle East fiasco. His master plan? Seize Gaza and forcibly relocate millions of Palestinians to create the Riviera of the Middle East. No wonder Trump doesn't mind that Putin is doing the same thing in Ukraine. Because nothing says luxury tourist destination like a war-torn civilian bombing site. Human rights organizations are collectively losing their minds. Our allies are distancing themselves like Trump does with learning, and the only ones celebrating are extremist groups eager to exploit the chaos and recruit America-hating extremists. Well done, Donald. You've managed to destabilize the Middle East even further, handing Russia and China yet another geopolitical win. But Trump will frame this all as a win, and MAGA will celebrate. So, where does this leave you? Weaker, poorer, stupider, and more isolated than ever. We've gone from America first to America fuck you. The real winners here? Trump's billionaire circle, Putin's oligarchs and autocrats worldwide who've been salivating at the prospect of another Trump presidency and the destabilization of the United States. It's time to wake the fuck up, America. It's irrelevant if you're a progressive, conservative, libertarian, or just someone who thinks using a gas station bathroom without gloves is totally fine. This is your last goddamn warning. How much more are you willing to lose before the whole fucking system crumbles, and we're left fighting over canned beans and bottled water in a Walmart parking lot? And trust me, this isn't just chaos. This is controlled demolition. Every law shredded. Every Trump lie sold as truth. It's another brick taken out of the foundation until everything collapses in slow motion while we're too distracted scrolling TikTok to notice. You're gonna want front row seats when the wheels officially come off this flaming Cybertruck death wagon. Up next, how Trump plans to turn Gaza into a failed episode of Flip or Flop, but with less Chip and Joanna and a whole lot more fucking war crimes. And don't just watch. Join the army of people who still give a damn. Hit subscribe, or don't. But when eggs are $20 a piece, don't say I didn't fucking warn you.